The midday sun poured through the wide cafe windows, painting golden stripes across the tiled floor. The hum of chatter and clinking cups filled the air, the kind of warmth that made the world outside feel a little softer. But Lily Grant sat at the corner table, motionless, her untouched latte cooling beside her. Her phone screen still glowed with the email that had shattered her day. "We regret to inform you." Her dream job and gone. Her savings almost gone. Her hope slipping. She rubbed her temples, trying to hold herself together when a voice broke through the noise. If the story touched your heart, please like and subscribe. Also share with someone because sharing hope keeps it alive. "Excuse me, ma'am. Could you spare a coffee?" She looked up, startled. Before her stood a man in his late 30s, sun-browned skin, stubble lining a weary face. His denim shirt was faded, his work boots scuffed, and a canvas backpack hung over his shoulder. But what caught her wasn't how rough he looked. It was the gentleness in his tone. Lily blinked, unsure. "You mean, buy you one?" He nodded, eyes calm but humble. "If that's not too much trouble." "It's been a long day." She hesitated. She barely had $20 left, and this coffee was supposed to be her one small comfort. But something about his honesty, the quiet dignity in his ask, tugged at her. "Sure," she said finally. "Sit down. I'll get you one." The man looked almost embarrassed. "You don't have to." "I know," she said. "But I want to." When she returned with a steaming mug, he smiled as if she'd handed him gold. "Thank you." "I'm Eli." "Lily," she replied softly. They sat there in a brief, awkward silence until Eli spoke again. "You look like someone who's carrying too much for one day." She tried to laugh it off, but her voice cracked. "You have no idea." He nodded knowingly. "Actually, I might." That simple line broke something open in her. Words began to spill out. The layoff, the overdue rent, how her world seemed to be shrinking overnight. She hadn't planned to tell anyone, least of all a stranger. But Eli listened quietly, hands wrapped around the cup, not once interrupting. After a pause, she asked, "What about you? What brings you here?" He smiled faintly. "Used to build houses. Lost the business after my wife passed. Tried to keep it going, but grief changes how you see the world." Lily's breath caught. "I'm so sorry." He shrugged gently. "Don't be. Life breaks us all somehow. What matters is what we do next." Something in his words, steady, real, made her lift her eyes. "You really believe that?" Eli nodded. "Sure, you rebuild, even if all you've got left are the pieces." When she turned back, Eli was watching her thoughtfully. "You remind me of someone I used to know," he said. "Your eyes, determined, even when you're falling apart." Lily chuckled through a sniffle. "That's not how I feel right now." He leaned back. "You will. You've got fight in you. I can see it." They talked until the cafe grew quiet. The barista dimmed the lights slightly for the afternoon lull, and the soft glow reflected off the silver watch on Eli's wrist. It looked old, engraved. "That's a nice watch," Lily said. He smiled faintly. "Your dad gave it to me, actually." "Robert Grant?" Lily froze. "Wait, you knew my dad?" Eli nodded slowly, his expression turning nostalgic. "He hired me when no one else would. Said everyone deserved a fresh start. I worked construction for him for years, until I couldn't face my own demons anymore." Her heart thudded. "He passed away last year. I didn't know he had employees who still remembered him." Eli's voice softened. "I remember everything he taught me, especially what he used to say. You can rebuild a home, but rebuilding a heart takes courage. He changed my life, Lily." Her eyes filled with tears. For a moment, it felt as if her father was right there, reminding her of who she was. Strong, compassionate, resilient. She took a deep breath. "He'd be proud you're still standing." Eli smiled faintly. "Maybe we both needed that reminder today." The sun had dipped lower now, throwing a golden haze through the window. Outside, cars passed, people laughed, and the world, though ordinary, felt a little kinder. As Eli rose to leave, he pulled a crumpled $5 bill from his pocket and placed it beside her cup. "For the coffee," he said. She shook her head. "No, you keep it." He pushed it back toward her. You'll need it more. But thank you. Not for the coffee, but for seeing me, she smiled, eyes shimmering. Thank you for reminding me that kindness isn't gone. He walked toward the door, sunlight glinting off his watch, and for a fleeting moment, Lily saw her father's reflection in him, the same patience, the same quiet strength. When he stepped outside, she watched through the window as he disappeared into the crowd. One man among many, but somehow unforgettable. Lily sat back, her heart lighter than it had been in months. Maybe life wasn't about holding on to what was lost. Maybe it was about noticing what still showed up, even when you least expected it. She smiled softly, whispering, "Sometimes the smallest kindness can rebuild more than a home. It can rebuild a soul."